Hey there. Before we dive into this story, I want to remind you of something important. No matter where you come from or what your past looks like, you have the power to rewrite your future. Today's story is proof of that. It's about a man the world knows as The Rock, but behind that name is a boy who once had nothing. This is the story of Dwayne Douglas Johnson, and how he turned pain into power and failure into legacy. Let's rewind to the beginning. Dwayne was born on May 2, 1972, in Hayward, California. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a professional wrestler. His mother, Atta, was the daughter of a Samoan wrestling legend. You might think with a background like that, he was born into success. But the truth is very different. From a young age, Dwayne experienced instability and hardship. His family struggled financially. They moved constantly, unable to afford a steady home. There were days when they didn't even have money for food. One painful memory still stands out: coming home to find his family evicted, watching his mother cry, feeling helpless at just 14 years old. Anger and frustration took root. Dwayne began fighting in school, even stealing to survive. Arrested more than once, he seemed headed down a path of destruction. At just 15, his future looked uncertain. But everything shifted one day. After yet another arrest, he found himself standing in front of a mirror, broken, lost, and ashamed. That moment became a turning point. He made a promise to himself: I will change. I will work harder. I will not live like this anymore. And so he began to train. Day after day, he poured everything into building his body and discipline. He walked away from the wrong crowd. He set his sights on becoming a professional football player. His dedication paid off. Dwayne earned a full scholarship to play football at the University of Miami, one of the top programs in the country. It finally seemed like his life was taking a turn. He dreamed of making it to the NFL, of becoming a star, of lifting his family out of poverty. But then life hit hard, again. A devastating injury ended his football dreams. Just like that, everything was gone. At 23, he found himself jobless, directionless, and broke. So broke, in fact, that he had just $7 to his name. Can you imagine that? Working so hard, getting so close, and then watching it all disappear. Most people would give up. But Dwayne didn't. Sitting alone in a small, dark room, holding those $7, he faced a painful reality. He couldn't even afford food. His mother's disappointed eyes haunted him. He felt like a failure. Then one morning, his father walked in and said, "Get up. Let's go train." Dwayne didn't want to. But something inside him responded. He got up. They went to the gym. And as the weights pushed against him, he felt something awaken, his spirit. That old fire. That's when he made a new decision. Football was done, but there was something else: wrestling. His father had lived that life, and though Dwayne hadn't planned on following, he had nothing to lose. He told his dad, "I want to try." The road wasn't easy. His father trained him hard. No shortcuts, no mercy, just sweat, bruises, pain, and repetition. For months, Dwayne pushed himself to the edge. And when he was finally ready, he went looking for work. Rejection followed him. Promoters said he was too big, too muscular, not marketable. Door after door slammed in his face. Still, he kept going. Eventually, he landed a match at a small local event. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a start. He stepped into the ring, won the fight, but the crowd didn't care. No one connected with him. No cheers, no excitement. Just silence. He was missing something. Wrestling wasn't just about power, it was about personality, storytelling, entertainment. So he traveled from town to town, earning little, sleeping in motels, or even in his car. He lived on tuna and rice. Still, he kept going. Then came an opportunity: WWE. The big leagues. But they gave him a gimmick: Rocky Maivia, a smiling, generic character. The fans hated it. They booed every time he showed up. The rejection stung deeply. That night, alone in a hotel room, those old feelings returned: failure, rejection, doubt. But instead of quitting, he made a bold move. He asked WWE to let him be himself. Enter The Rock. Confident, bold, electric. No more pretending. Just Dwayne, turned all the way up. When he walked into the ring and declared, "Finally, The Rock has come back," the crowd went wild. From that point on, he became a superstar. Championships. Legendary rivalries. Iconic moments. The very people who once booed him were now chanting his name. But Dwayne wasn't finished. He wanted more. So he left wrestling for something even riskier: Hollywood.
People laughed.
They said he was just a wrestler.
He'd fail.
At first, he only got small roles. But he took every part seriously.
He learned. He trained.
He worked harder than anyone. Slowly, the world started noticing. From the Scorpion King to Fast and Furious, Dwayne Johnson became a box office powerhouse. Today, he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood. But he never forgot the days when he had $7 in his pocket. That's why he named his company $7 Productions, a reminder of his roots. Through it all, family stayed at the heart of everything. In 1997, while still struggling in wrestling, he married his college sweetheart, Dani Garcia. They supported each other through tough times and had a daughter, Simone. Though their marriage later ended, their friendship endured. Dani continued to manage his career and help him build an empire, for their daughter and for their future. Later, he found love again with Lauren Hashian, a singer with a kind heart. They now have 2 daughters, Jasmine and Tiana.
To them, he's not The Rock.
He's just Dad, who wakes up early, cooks breakfast, sings bedtime songs, and loves without limits. Despite his insane schedule, Dwayne never slows down.
He trains before sunrise.
Works while others sleep. Plans when others party. Why? Because he remembers. He remembers the hunger, the failure, the pain, and he uses it all as fuel. But success for him isn't just about wealth or fame. He gives back big. Through the Rock Foundation, he helps kids in need. He donates millions to hospitals, schools, families. He surprises friends with cars and homes, always remembering those who helped him when he had nothing. Today, Dwayne Johnson is worth over $800 million. He owns brands, builds businesses, and inspires millions. He launched a tequila line, a fitness gear brand, and even a healthy energy drink. Everything he touches turns into a success story. Yet he remains grounded,
humble, grateful.
And through his words, he reminds us.
Success isn't overnight.
It's about getting a little better every single day.
Be humble. Be hungry.
Be the hardest worker in the room. Don't say, why me? Say, try me. So what can we learn from his journey? That no one is coming to save you. You are the author of your own story. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters what you do, day after day. Dwayne Johnson went from $7 in his pocket to owning the room, the ring, and the screen. And if he can do it, so can you. Your story isn't over.
Not yet.